What's going on? I am doing this little live stream. I'm going to probably make it around an hour or so long, 30 minutes to an hour. I guess we'll see what kind of conversation that we have together. So, I am kind of trying to figure out what I want to do and where I want to cut the charger up. And I thought I'd gather some input from my subscribers and just kind of see what they thought as well, because it's not that. So there's a few things that I could do that I'm trying to just kind of decide. I could go and use the Magnum rear hatch, which there is one issue with the rear hatch on the Magnum is it's too wide. So let me get my sunglasses. We'll go outside. All right, so the one thing is the Magnum hatch is, I think, around 52 inches. So I have a tape measure here. You can bust out the handy dandy tape measure, give her the go. Oh man, she's a limp tape measure. Come on, come on. There you go. So we have, what do we have here? So we have 47, let's say 47 and an eighth, because you need to have some gaps and everything for the stuff to actually close and open and clear. And then we come over to the Magnum over here, and I think it's like 52 inches. So it's not that big of a difference, but I'll tell you what the issue with it is. Fucking, come on, stupid windshield wiper. It's messing the program up. Come on. It'd really help if I had someone hold this damn tape measure. Okay, so let's see. We'll get a rough estimate. It's like 52 and a half. Let's just say a rough estimate, 52 and a half. And that's quite a bit larger than the charger. So it wouldn't be too difficult to actually just take, just make the hatch fit into here and just kind of cut it and do this crazy stuff. And the one issue is the tail lights. So if I do that, the tail lights are not going to fit. So the hatch wouldn't be able to open. I probably could modify the tail lights, but then I get into cutting tail lights in half and then making the trunk tail light a little bit wider, which they're LED. It wouldn't be too difficult. It just would probably look really weird, and I really don't know if I'd like how it would look. If I widen the quarter panels, it would run into the same issue. The tail lights would have this big space in them. I don't think it would look very good. So what I have been thinking about doing with this is not using the hatch off the Magnum at all, and not even really using anything off the original Magnum. I did buy this spare parts car, for that purpose, and I just kind of ran into this thing with, I really don't like, I kind of like how the hatch is, how it has this nice big piece of real estate, I guess you could say. It makes a lot more room in the car. But that being said, it just takes up a lot of room. So, and it's too wide. So I could use this hatch on my Magnum, then use this hatch, or use the hatch on my Magnum as a parts hatch. So I could cut it up since it's already kind of messed up. And then we could, I don't know. I was almost thinking also that I could take the original charger trunk that came off of here. I could use the front piece of it, or the back flat piece, as a base for the hatch, and then I could pretty much cut this piece of the quarter panel right here all the way across, and then up here I could section it with the roof, and then I could just move and take this whole piece all the way back to the back of the quarter, and leave like a little lip right here, because the wing, I still want the factory wing to fit. and then I would just have to, I'd have to get a 300C piece for the door, so the door and everything, the door frame would fit and everything would seal up. Then I run into the issue of how I'm going to make a window, and then how am I going to make a hatch, because then I'd have to have this back piece right here, and it most likely would just still have to be glass so you could see out of it. But I don't know if that would look really good. I'm not sure. What are you guys thinking? Let's see. What we got here? Let's see. Let's see what's up. Love from Vermont. Love that you have FCA projects. Why are you turning a Charger into a Magnum when you have 3 Magnums? Not trying to be stupid, just asking. Well, I'm trying to make a new Magnum because Dodge won't. Wagon Life. Nice idea. Did we lose Dave? I don't know. Let's see. Prius Hellcat swap. People just say no to drugs. Well, they just build a truck. Try to build a fastback Charger. No, I really, yeah, that's what I was also thinking, but it really wouldn't be a fastback, because it would still have the trunk part of it. So the Mustang's a fastback, and it does, fastbacks just have the flat. I don't know. I guess, does it have like a trunk? I don't know. No, the Mustang has a little tiny lip, so that wouldn't really be a fastback. It would still be a wagon, but it's I don't know. It's just very difficult to figure out. I mean, it's not too difficult. I just need to start cutting it up. I was looking at the I thought this was seam sealer, but it's actually soldered. So I need to get a torch so I could get the roof off of here and drill the spot welds out. But once the spot welds are out and the roof's out, then I need to figure out where I'm going to section the actual the rail. So I need to keep, I feel like this is the same as the 300C. It's the same angle from here forward. But if I section it here and then just kind of bring all this back, I think we'll kind of be in business. I'm not sure. It's just kind of one of those things where you really don't know until you start cutting it. And it's man, it's kind of cold outside too. I need to close this door. Let's see. Sweet. So I can take my glasses off, but yeah, that's kind of what I kind of want some input. What you guys think of cutting that section in and moving it back. If you think I almost feel like it would look more modern than just throwing, because everybody converts Magnums and they're really boxy. I really like how the windows on the Magnums go, and if I did it this way, I'd have to figure out what I'd have to do for a window, which the Magnum's pretty much a flat piece of glass, so I could just have a piece of glass cut for both sides and then just have something like, something like this for the back where it angles down, because it still would, I just have to figure out the angles and everything so it kind of looked correct while still using a 300C door, or not a door, but the door frame on top, as well as the section of the door sill and all the inner structure as well, because I would have to cut all the inner structure out of this one because it wouldn't fit right. So I don't know. It's just very, very Magnum truck. Let's see. Put it together and just suicide the back doors. Let's see. Make a two-door. Make a two-door. I mean, you could literally, if you had this into a two, I don't know, it wouldn't look right if you did a two-door. Just move this pillar back. like a good 2 feet or something. Maybe, yeah, like 2 feet. Make a 2-door. Oh, Dave, do the rear doors from the Magnum bolt on the pillar of the. So the doors, I think they would bolt on. The only issue, well, not 100% bolt on. So the hinges are different. The hinges don't line up, but if I had the original Charger hinges, I believe they would bolt onto the Magnum doors. The issue is the Magnum door frame on the top. So I feel like the bottom of it sat in there very nice, but the top sat up about a good inch. So the door frame where the window goes was like an inch higher. But that makes sense because the this rail on the Magnum is like that thin. So it's a little bit thicker of a rail as well. So I mean, I could hack off a set of Magnum door frames and then see if the doors will actually fit in there really nice. But at that point, it really doesn't make sense to do that. So let's see. Let's see. Got a great idea. Let's see. Is the Charger an RT or does it have a 3.6? It had a 3.6 in it. The 3.6 is now sitting right there on a pallet. I know you can do it. Thanks. Or just channel out the roof and put a slide back convertible top. Cut the center out with channel angle iron and rollers, and the top done by an upholsterer, or it will look nice. I was thinking about doing something similar to that. Not having a soft top on the roof, but I was almost thinking about if I make this longer, I could, because it's going to be a wagon. So the Magnum's kind of a really good example. Here, I'll go in the other shop. The Magnum is a perfect example. So I do like hard tops where they don't have sunroofs or anything, but you can see how long the roof is on the Magnum. And then there's the door, the back of the door where it ends. So the issue that I really don't like about the panoramic sunroofs that come on the 300Cs is only the front part opens, just like my truck. It's just one of those things. It's a really cool concept, but it still only opens as much as a sunroof would open. So with the Magnum, with the roof actually being longer, I almost feel like if you made 3 panes in the sunroof, you could almost fold the 3 panes under the headliner. Just kind of like, I don't know. I'd have to figure out a mechanism to stack them, but just have them stack. And see, look how long that is. So yeah, the Charger roof. I mean, I want to get this thing converted into wagon first before I start worrying about that stuff. But yeah, as you can see, that would kind of make sense as making it so I could have a whole panoramic sunroof that actually opens all the way. But yeah, man, this thing is definitely getting there. Let's see. The way you describe it makes it seem like you want an Audi A7 style Charger. I wonder what an Audi A7 looks like. It's a V6 Charger. It was a 3.6. Big job. Looking forward to watch. Thanks. Nice. I like the SXT. I want an SXT as my first car, but they're way too expensive. You want to make a 2020 Magnum? Yeah. For the taillights, you could just make the quarters wider and use the Charger taillights with spacers on the side of the taillights to compensate for the wider quarters. I was almost thinking I could, I don't know, it would be kind of weird to do. What I'd have to do is I'd have to extend this part. So this center tail light, actually I'd have to fix both of them, but the center tail light would have to come out about another 1.5 inches or something on both sides to work with the original Magnum hatch and all that stuff. So yeah, I mean, it could be done, but it would be a whole custom taillight, which might be better than, you know, it might be better than actually, I don't know if I want to, I just don't know if I like this shape back here. I almost need to cut it and then set it back there and see how I like it. Because if I like that piece right there, if that piece was like back there, I don't know if it would look, good. It's just like if you cut that part of the car off. Oh, that's a really good idea. Look at that. So if that was like the back of the car, but I don't know if that would look good. It kind of look cool. It's kind of sleeker, but it's like almost too round. But then it'd be at the back, so you wouldn't have this flat spot. I don't know. I mean, that might be kind of tight. It would be better if the glass was smaller. So maybe if I took, I'm kind of getting into making a normal Magnum then. So maybe if I took that, but made the glass smaller. So it's just that piece right there in the back. That might not look too bad. I don't know. I mean, it's going to be some doing. Let's see. I would not do anything to it. I would just take and get some more charger parts and put it back together. That's no fun. I could do this all day if I just wanted to put a charger back together. I feel the back window fill the back window completely with sheet metal. Use reverse camera to see behind you. You should look at integrating the rear of a Durango into, if it want the hatch windows, taillights, madness sorted out. That might almost be an option. That's actually a kind of good idea. I feel like the Durango hatches are a lot thinner as well. This is just like really, it's not that much thinner. It's a couple inches thinner. Oh, I switched the camera. Holy shit. It's only a few inches thinner. So it's not like it's a big difference. I mean, I could just literally section this out, but then I'm missing that much metal. So let's see. Put a rocket launcher onto it. I think that will up the resale value. Hey Dave, what's up? Turn it into a wide body. That's the plan. Let's see. I know it's a different platform, but would you be able to get any Dodge Journey parts onto it, sort of the rear hatch? Maybe I'll have to look into a Durango or a Journey and see if like how the rear hatch kind of flows with the car. But the SUVs, I know they're a lot higher, but maybe the back part of it, if I could integrate some of it into the Magnum sheet metal, because I'm gonna have to use something's mechanism to open the hatch. So I'm gonna have to either use the Magnums, or I'm going to have to find another car. I was almost thinking about using like a Mercedes or a newer BMW, because they have the auto hatch opening stuff. So then I could kind of integrate that into the car. So the hatch, it actually opens on its own and closes on its own. But then I'm getting into like crazy stuff. So, I mean, we'll definitely have to figure it out, because the project must go on. So let's see what you guys are saying. Dave, I'm not really clear. Are you changing the Magnum into a sedan? No, I'm changing a Charger into a Magnum. Do a garage burnout with the FD. It doesn't have a turbo on it right now. The Hellcat, let's see. Couldn't you extend the front door into the rear door and move the B frame? I don't know why. The cars are this. So the cars are exact. Oh, God, I keep doing that shit. The cars are exactly the same length. I'm pretty sure they're definitely exactly the same wheelbase because the drive shaft and everything fits into a Magnum. So the only difference from the Charger to the Magnum is sheet metal. That's it. They're not longer. They just have different sheet metal and they're set up different. I mean, these are newer, but at the end of the day, they're the same exact wheelbase. The doors are the same exact. Opening, everything's the same, other than differences with the sheet metal and the styling and some pretty much the sheet metal. I mean, just if I would take this all the way down to the bare skin, take all the supporting structure out of it, I could directly spot weld all Magnum stuff onto it and it all fit perfectly. So, but that doesn't resolve the issue with the newer style doors and making this and making a Charger style Magnum. So let's see. 2-door Charger Hellcat. They have those. They're called Challengers. You get a new 300C and just weld the rear top section of the Magnum. More work, more videos. Hell yeah. Hello from quarantine land. It's already week number 3. Another week to go. Hopefully no extension. We got extended until like for another whole month. Why are you not making any more Magnums? I am. You transplanted front ends. Why not the sides also? If I did the sides, I would run into the same issue that I'm running into now. I would have to do all the same exact work and try to figure out how to make, if I try to skin a Magnum with these quarter panels and the door skins and all that stuff, I'd run into the same exact issues. So there's no reason trying to turn a whole Magnum into a Charger wagon because I'm going to be running into the same exact issues. So I think we'll figure it out. It's just going to be interesting. Let's see. I believe the Magnum has the original LX frame while Charger has LD, so the Charger will be longer in terms of frame lengths. I don't see how they're longer. The only thing that I've seen differences is actually really there's not many differences up here. They may be these are what's it called? It's high strength steel, and actually these aren't, but this is high strength steel. I don't think the Magnums are. These rails out here, I'm pretty sure are exactly the same. The inner rails are a little bit different. The right here, the bolt holes for the door frame's different. Just very subtle differences. I mean, it's not. They barely change anything. The subfloor is pretty much the same, other than seat rail brackets and some other things, but it's very, very, very similar. So I highly doubt that anything is longer or shorter because it wouldn't make sense. I literally took everything out of a Challenger and stuck it into a Magnum, and nothing was different. So let's see. Why not convert it to an El Camino? Wouldn't it just be an El Camino Charger then? Let's see. Buy a classic Charger and put the old body onto a new chassis. I think that only works with the Challengers because they're 2 doors instead of 4 doors. Let's see. Convert the car into a Hellcat or a Scat Pack. I said that I was gonna do something in my last video, so yeah. All it is sheet metal, just take it apart piece by piece if you have to, and now he's rip it back apart and redo it. Maybe the second time will be even better. He just did this swap charger skin on Magnum charger tail lights integrated with hatch. So if you're talking about that white, one, it is probably the worst thing I've ever seen. It's well, so I saw the Instagram pictures of the white one, and it's literally just a Magnum reskinned to a charger. The hatch is never will open, because obviously we just ran into the same issues I just talked about. You can't put the tail lights and the center garnish that's on the trunk in there without having to cut them up. And the body lines look completely awful in pictures, so I can't believe how bad they look in person. It's probably just awful. So it's cool that somebody tried it, but hopefully my try is is better and everything actually works, like the hatch opens and stuff like that, and the body lines look correct. So I don't know, it's not one of those, it's definitely not, it's a cool concept that they did it, but at the end of the day, it's a very poor attempt at doing it. Let's see. Why not convert it to a Magnum Camino? Durango's hatches are pretty big though. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. $2014 Durango, it would be the closest thing you get matching without custom work. Maybe. I'll have to look at one. The star shooting roof like the Rolls Royce. That's just a bunch of fiber optic things. Marengo. Hello from Poland. What's up? With how low the roof line is, Magnum hatch. I mean, I can make a custom hatch. It's just going to be a lot of, cutting, which isn't that big of a deal. Just put a Magnum roof and tailgate on it. That I mean that wouldn't be too bad of a deal. It would work, but the whole tailgate thing with the taillights. Split the Magnum shell in half to mount easier. Hey Dave, what's up Jay? What up Dave? What's up AJ? 2-door charger for the Magnum. Just get a 300C. Hit the Magnum hatch to 300C. Well, that's what my original plan was to get a 300C, but then I thought if I got a 300C, I'd still run into the same issue with the quarter panel and everything, that I'd have to get a I would have had to get a charger anyway. So yeah. Let's see. Oh, and if I had a 300C, it'd still have the issue. I feel like the 300C's trunks are wider, because I have seen 300Cs converted into Magnums, but it's the charger taillight thing. I mean, I want it to have the rear taillights. So I think that's going to be essential for this to work. Let's see, if you're going for if you go for just Rango hatch, you have issues putting stuff into the trunk. You pretty much have the roof bit integrated into the hatch. Let's see. What happened to the storage unit find? It's still for sale. I'm guessing you're trying to avoid making custom windows. I really don't mind making custom windows. It's not that big of a deal. The Magnum windows are just flat cut glass, so it's really not that big of a deal to make a custom window and a custom window frame. It's just going to be, how can I make it so it looks, it flows good. I want it to actually flow nice and look factory, not look like I hacked a bunch of cars together. And because I could cut this right here, cut this back here, splice in the 300C section for the door, because I'm going to need the upper window frame, so it goes further back right here. Then I could come and section in the whole Magnum hatch and just chop this up right here, but then the tail lights wouldn't fit, and I have to figure out a way around the tail light issue. So I could do it really, really simple, but I'm probably overcomplicating it. Maybe. I mean, I need to start cutting it. I need to probably start with cutting this right now, and then because I need to cut this whole piece out of here. I started to get the roof off, but I'm waiting to see if somebody has the body factory service manual to let me know if that's brazed on there. I think it's brazed, but I'm not exactly sure. Dave, after the all-wheel drive Magnum Hellcat build, do a 3K all-wheel drive swap into a Demonte. Just build a Donk Charger. I have the wheels over there. I could just throw them on and we'd be good to go. What if you cut the roof at the sunroof and rear quarter behind the rear door and use the factory doors? The factory doors off what? The Magnum or the Charger? I'm guessing you're talking about the Magnum. The one issue with using Magnum factory doors is the newer Chargers, 300Cs, Challengers, all the newer cars have the door is pretty much the inside of the door where the regulator bolts is just like a big hole, and the regulator bolts to that hole, and then the door panel clips into that. So it's easier to use the newer doors, so you can have the newer door panels, then try to make the door panels fit onto the Magnum original inner skins of the doors. And then there's a bunch of modules and stuff that you have to bolt on, and it just turns into this big headache. So yeah, I want to use the newer door shells so I don't run into this big issue. Is the gray car front wheel? Are you talking about this car? This is rear wheel drive. Let's see. It'd be kind of cool to see a chop top Charger. I'm too tall to be driving anything that's the top's chopped on. I mean, I already have headroom issues as it is. You should put a elephant in it. I mean, I would if I was at that point, maybe. I mean, we'll see what happens. I'm not sure. Let's see. What's up, Dave? You good, dude? Yep. Just chilling. Do a chop top Charger. Why haven't I painted the RX-7? Because I really don't. I like how it looks. I mean, I really don't need to paint it right now. Am I going to take part in Adam's Burnout Challenge? No, because I wouldn't get anywhere if I did. Hi from the UK. What's up? Did that big whole pile of dirt come out of the Charger? No, that's just stuff I swept up. If you want Charger taillights, there's also an option of making the Magnum hatch wider. No, the Magnum hatch is already too wide. I'd have to make the Magnum hatch thinner, which the only issue. So actually, I just thought of something I thought of earlier. So another thing I thought of doing was, so the Magnum hatch is too wide, but it's only too wide where the taillights go. Technically, it's only too wide there. So what I could technically do is I could section in the Charger part of the trunk. So the Charger part down here fits perfectly, but then section in the Magnum part of the, the whole hatch and everything, which would bring me all the way. Actually, I probably would be able to section it in all the way up here, the whole piece. And it'd have the glass and everything would be sectioned in. It'd have the newer piece of the Charger, trunk. But the only thing I thought would look weird about it is it would overhang. Well, technically it wouldn't overhang, but it would just have like this offset. So the trunk would continue to be here, but then up, once it got to here, I'd widen it out where the Magnum part came in, and then the hatch would close, but it would just be like an inch and a half wider on each side, and then go all the way up, which I really don't think it would be that big of a deal. I don't know if that would just look kind of weird because it would be like stepped almost, but it'd probably work perfectly. I mean, I that's another thing I thought of that I thought would work very well, to get the Magnum hatch onto the Charger while still retaining the taillights and everything. But I don't know if it's going to look weird. I don't want it to just look, half-assed. I don't want it to look like I tried to throw it together. I kind of want it to flow really nice. So the Magnum hatch would, it would come out to, I think, about here-ish, something like that. And it'd go pretty much with the line of the car, and just be like, have this little lip right here. So that the hatch would, or the back part of the Magnum would kind of like this, like a Magnum does, and then just go up. So, and I might have to like bring it in to blend it, maybe. I don't know. Am I making sense to you guys? Let's see. I need to go. Let's see if anybody. How much did the Charger cost? I said it in the video, like literally. I think it was like I said it like probably 2 minutes into the video. Great idea. That sounds better than the previous ideas. Lots of work, but it's worth it. Put a big system in this car, make it a show car. I'll probably just put the stock Hellcat sub in the back of it, because they just directly bolt in and not have any, this factory subs and everything in these cars sound really nice. At least they do in my Challenger and the Hellcat. So let's see. Hey Dave, love the content, bro. I'm in love with the Hellcat paint job. I want one now. I mean, they're cool cars. I would definitely, I don't know, I'd almost recommend getting a wrecked one and sticking all the stuff into like a Magnum almost, because the cool thing about the Magnum is I really don't care about it. The Hellcat I kind of care about, and I don't want to, I mean, I have full coverage on it, but if I wreck it, it's just like, or if somebody wrecks into me or something, it's just, people drive really crazy, especially right now. They've been driving like complete idiots. And I almost got hit yesterday in my truck. This lady's like, there was a double turn lane and she like almost sideswiped me. And I was just like, come on, like learn how to drive. But yeah, it's just the Magnum. If somebody sideswiped me in the Magnum, I'd be like pretty angry about it, but it wouldn't be like, somebody sideswiping me in the Hellcat, where most likely they'll total it out and then I have to deal with the whole insurance thing and stuff like that. I mean, it's a lot of dealing. So maybe a cool looking spoiler to finish it off. So the actual, I want to make it so the actual the factory spoiler off the Hellcat fits on the trunk, and this one didn't come with a wing, and that's another reason I'm reluctant to cut this trunk up, because I'd have to get another trunk to cut up. So the wing, I think I need to go to by the dealership today and look, but the wing I think sits in like 3 finger lengths. So I just need to make it so the wing still will bolt on once I get it all done. Would love an update for the RX-7. I mean, I've had a few. I think I had one last week. BMW 520 GT also has a big rear. Widen the hatch right above the tail light. It would work decently, and that idea of using the Charger trunk combined with the Magnum hatch is actually really good if you make this step right above the light. I was almost thinking about making the step right above the actually, yeah, I mean, it would be right above the light, but like around this area. So somewhere around here, because when you close the hatch, it pops up like this. I guess I could do the Magnum over here. It has the struts and everything on it. Where's the, oh shit, where'd I have the key at? Oh, I think the key is over here. Let's see. So we have the Magnum, and so the hatch, like, it opens up, so that wouldn't be that big of a deal. It would almost make sense to have it just above the you know, that lip on the back of the quarter panel. And then if I did that, then this piece right here, I could graft that into, so all the seal and everything would work. Because the seal, we come over here. It'd almost be easier if I just open that garage door over there. So yeah, the seal right here, that's pretty much the same. So it would just like literally just be flat and then go like up. So that might be what's going to happen. I think you guys and I've kind of talked myself into that. So I might just chop up that parts Magnum, step it out a little bit up here so the hatch fits, and then when it closes down, which I'll probably have to bring this over a little bit, but that shouldn't be too big of a deal. So then it just kind of steps the hatch out, and then the glass will be there and everything. And I think that'll work. I think that'll work pretty well. And then I don't have to worry about a 300C piece because this upper pillar is the same. I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do about the inner structure, but I think that'll work. And then it won't be so round. I almost thought this was too round coming back. I kind of wanted it to be a little bit more square, not too much, but just that was almost too much of a roundness. So let's see, chop time, Dave. What's up? You will make it look really cool. Is the RX-7 running? You could make a video showing all the cars and projects you have. Yeah, I'd have to have like 7 people to drive them all to one like location. Love your build, bro. Thanks. Can't wait to see this when it's finished. I'm sure whatever way it's done will be a top job. Watching from Ireland. What's up, John? I'm sorry, but what's the plan for the Charger? The Charger is going to be turned into a newer style Magnum. So there's been a few attempts that have been people reskinning older Magnums, and the attempts have just kind of been very poorly done. And I want to do one that's, kind of, like kind of like the newer style Magnum that Dodge should have created, but they're not. And that's a plan. So it's going to be 6.2, delete the supercharger, either a big single or some decent sized twins, water cooled, just like the normal Hellcat would be, and just kind of update some stuff here and there. So it's a little bit, it'll be like it'll probably be around like 1,200 horse, and we'll have a really fast, cool wagon, and then update the interior with the newer stuff as well. Yeah. Hey Dave, love the channel and the projects. I think you should really do a manual swap on your friend's Pathfinder. Good luck on the Magnum. So Nate, the funny thing is I right now at the auction, there's a gold Pathfinder. I think it's an 02, and it's manual tranny, and it's only $450, and it's in Denver. So it's cheap. You should have bought that one instead. If you put the Magnum hatch on top of the Charger quarters with the quarters sticking out past the hatch, would look pretty poggers. What's poggers mean? It would look like an extra wide body. I don't know what poggers means. The Durango has an auto opening trunk. Maybe you could take the strut from the hatch. Also, when you're done with this thing, it needs to go to SEMA. Yeah, I really doubt, even if I had this thing, the coolest thing ever, and everything turned out how I kind of am envisioning it, I 100% doubt anybody would, want to see it at SEMA. Where's Jesse at? He's at work. Let's see. I'm not a fan of leaving the stock Charger wing in there. It will look weird. I'm just saying, make the trunk be shaped like classic wagon, similar to Magnum without silly step. Well, I mean, you need a step. Let's see. LS240 looks like a dinosaur next to the Magnum. Let's see. I mean, wings behind the windows on hatches must do something, because all the rally cars have them, and they seem to do something. So it's a cool idea. Place a hatch at the rear for a visual idea. That's a possibility. Probably cut up the Magnum first. Nate's like, damn it. Hey Nate, where are you at? I know you're just chilling. Checking in from NC. Awesome job, man. I want to do a DIY for my 92 Isuzu Rodeo. Man, two-door wagon would be cool. I mean, I like the four-door idea. A two-door. If I was gonna do a two-door, I think I would do a two-door wagon. I'd turn a Challenger into a wagon instead. But I was almost thinking about that too, because I could really easily turn a Challenger into a station wagon, and I think it'd look pretty cool. So maybe in the future, maybe I'll do a Challenger station wagon. But I've actually seen some pretty cool renders of all three of them. I think the Challenger, the Charger, and then it was something else. Oh, maybe it was a Viper wagon. It looked kind of cool as well. Let's see. Dave, you have us hooked. Thanks. Cummins diesel would be awesome. Awesomely slow. It's the Brit way of saying bonkers. Bonkers. What was it? What was it again? Poggers? Let's see. Now I need to find it. Let's see. Damn, I didn't feel like it was that far up. Oh, well, it's gone now. Gone forever. Let's go to the bottom. Poggers. Oh, yeah, it was poggers. It's bonkers? Huh, interesting. But look what size those wings are. They are quite far away from the actual window, which is sloped way more on those. It's engineered to produce downforce. In your case, it will just look odd. Maybe. Why not take both quarters off? I plan on removing both quarters. I just want to kind of get an idea first because it's going to be, so I need to put wide body quarter panels on here. They are different. I don't even want to get into it because people with the Hellcat Challenger were like, oh, they're not different. But I need to do wide body quarter panels, and I also need to get wide body door skins as well. And then yeah, then pretty much I once I get the quarter panels off, yeah, I need to do the inner structure, which isn't going to be too difficult because it's only, I believe it's only single layer. So I don't think there's another layer under the, actually there might be another layer under this. Maybe that's there, and then there's one more layer under this, and then there's this outer skin. But it's not too difficult. It's just a lot of spot welds and cutting. So, I mean, that's all any of these are, is a bunch of spot welds. But, I mean, we got the windows out. That's a good thing. So, let's see, another few more comments. So you can see where to join them together. Really, the only reason I'd take the quarters off and do the inner structure first, which on the Magnum, I'll probably cut it way down on the quarter panels so I get that inner structure, and then I could section the top piece once I start to put the quarter panels on, and then cut it and then solder it together, braze it together, or something like that. So it, so there's actual rigidity back there. So if I ever get in a wreck in this thing, or if I ever sell it to somebody and they get in a wreck, it doesn't just completely like come apart because it's just all welded together. So I think if I do the inner structure like that, where it's overlapping, and then I do some spot welds or some plug welds where it overlaps, I think it'll make it a lot more, rigid, instead of just welding it like, just butting it up against each other and welding it together. So let's see. Really curious to see where the Scat Pack Magnum ends up. I have a third kid doing the summer, and my Focus ST isn't going to be big enough. Would you definitely trade once you finish it out? I don't know. When it's all done, put wood paneling on the side. That is one thing I could just put a wood sticker. I could just do like wood vinyl, and I could just, it'd be like proper. Will there be a problem getting a title? No, I shouldn't have any issues. Right now all the DMV and everything's closed and all that stuff's closed, but I don't ever have to get this thing inspected. No, I don't have to get this inspected. I just have to do a VIN inspection, which my old boss will do. And he just has to make sure the VINs match the title. And then that's it. Then I go down to the courthouse. They give me a title. I get it registered. As long as it's not a salvage title, I don't have to have the car inspected. even if it was a salvage title, it really wouldn't matter because I could finish it and take it down there. Actually, I wouldn't even have to finish it. Technically, it just has to have all the required lights and turn signals and headlights and stuff like that. It would probably have to have doors. But I drove the Hellcat down and got it inspected by the state patrol with no front end on it. It just had the headlights and turn signals and stuff like that. So as long as it's safe to drive on the road, they really don't care. So I don't know. I plan on having this completely finished before. Actually, I probably should say that. I plan on. I don't know what I plan on. I bet you if I have an engine in this and there's no doors on it, I'll still drive it. But we'll see. It's I always drive stuff without doors. So yeah. I mean, I guess I could end this live stream on a. Everybody's doing at-home burn-offs. I could do a not at-home burn-off because I have shit to do. So let's then I have to pull this thing off the lift. I mean, I found this little piece finally. I could clip this on too. Let's see. We gotta let the Magnum warm up though. I think she's ready too. Ugh. Oh man, this thing's like, thing's ready. Oh. Let's see. Come on, clip on there. Each. Let's see. I fell. No, whatever. I'll do it later. So, oh no, 15%. Shut up. I didn't think this thing was that low. Let's let her warm up. Where'd that glitter come from? Interesting. Let's see some comments. Let's see. You should get a dog. There's Junkyard dogs here, so that's kind of the same. Well, I think SEMA show, they have a new category. It's builders rides, win a cash prize, and bragging rights. I really don't care about bragging rights. Callaway style hatch would be pretty sick on the Charger. Take the Magnum from the B pillar back all the way to just below the rear window. Narrow it and bring in the border of the rear quarters on the Charger. Make the Magnum in a hearse. Isn't that kind of what a wagon is, technically? Kinda. Alright, well, let's see. Trail Hawk. How many people want to burn off? Let's see that. Always watch your channel. Consider Hemi Guru around my area, Michigan. So if you ever need any help or ideas, feel free to contact me. Thanks. Light them up. Maybe I should make you guys wait until I get a certain amount of people in here. Maybe some people need to share this so they can get a burnout. Because you you guys know I'll do a good one, right? Let's see. What should the number be? I only have 15%. Oh no, I have my charger in here. Oh, look at that. The Magnum is set up for live streaming. We got a charger in here. Let's say, what should I say? Like, would 300 people be too much? Too many people? I think 300 people would be like a decent amount of people for a live stream. Stay at home burnout, but I'm not at home, so it doesn't really count, does it? Because I mean, I don't live at the junkyard, so we're only at 156. Share this shit with your friends. How about that? We'll get a burnout. This thing will be warm by the time there's 300 people in here. Let's see. Come on. You live at the shop. Oh shit. Come on. Share it up. Get 300 people in here. We'll get a good burnout. Did great work on the Magnum. Felt your pain when it fell off the lift. I would have wanted to give up myself. Glad you didn't. Let's see. Might as well watch till I wait to eat dinner. Wow, Magnum sounds good. Yeah, it's 6.4. Oh, it's not even on the super track. Let's get in here. Where is that? Now should be more excited. Let's see. Put it back in the yard where it belongs. I mean, I don't think it belongs in the yard. He's ready. 151. We're like losing people. This is kind of lame. Maybe I shouldn't do a burn off. Maybe I shouldn't. How come can't I fast forward to burnout? Because it hasn't happened yet. Not enough people have shared. Oh, 148. Oh, what a how lame. How does the launch control thing work? Yeah, it does. It works good. Love the channel and you rock. Thanks. Man, 152. Come on, share this shit. Maybe I'll just pull her back in. I'll just give her the pull back in. Shit. Well, I probably need to figure out what I'm gonna do about this. Prove it, show us launch control works. I mean, that'd be kind of cool, but then I have to drive around. Like Nike Just Do It. I thought the Just Do It was Child Bluff or Buff or Bluff or however the hell you say his name. Forcing people to share won't do much. I mean, if I'm gonna waste $300 in tires, I mean. I'm also a Chrysler tech. If you need any of the FCA manuals stuff, hit me up. I can set you up with a login. Actually, I posted on my Instagram. I was looking for the body repair manuals so I could, look up all that inner structure and sheet metal and the roof and all that stuff. If you could just DM me on Instagram, that would help out a lot. Thanks. Photoshop the Magnum over another car. This thing does great burnouts. I mean, you should take off tires from the junkyard. Maybe I should take the tires off that that Charger. Maybe I should just do another live stream doing a burn off. Maybe I should just do another one. Just another one. Yeah, maybe I should swap those tires off the Charger on this. It almost makes sense. Maybe I should do that. What do you guys think? Because these are 20s. I don't know if I want to kill these all the way. 3.6 and supercharge it. They won't fit over the Brembos. Aren't they 17s? Yeah, let's go look. They'll fit over these Brembos. I feel like they'll fit. These brand new tires right here. Oh man, maybe they won't fit over the Brembos. No, maybe they will. Oh no. I wonder if these will fit. I guess the only way to find out is to try it. Let's see. I don't know. Those look pretty close. Yeah, maybe they will fit. Yeah, they'll fit. Well, now I gotta get my gloves out. You guys are just gonna get perched up over here. Well, while I change tires, you guys get more people on this. Let's perch this bad boy up here. Stay. Folks in fall. I know it. You guys ready or what? First time he's ever been off. Ow. Oh, fuck yeah, they fit. The look is cool, but they fit. $145. Oh man. Man. You guys are supposed to get some homies in here. This dude doesn't think the Magnum could do a burnout or something. Maybe I'll just, you can watch from back here. Uh-oh. Oh man, 5%. I better do this quick. Oh no, I forgot my SD cards. laptop. Son of a bitch. How many percentages do I have? Oh, still 5%. You guys are lucky. I'll move this out. Over. We got a rock right here. Can't see shit. Whew, smoky. Nobody thought, uh-oh. That trans is fighting. No, I just had it in auto. Stars are still good. Oh, shit, maybe not. Oh well. Let's see. Try another one. Well, I'm going to end the video here. Hopefully you guys liked the stream. And yeah, that thing's fun with, I don't know. But thanks for watching. See you guys next time.